learning how wonderful and weird English can be. When I was in seventh grade, I had a language arts workbook that asked us to fill in the blanks with one of four words. Approaches varied, but the idea was to give students a sense of the range of our language's vocabulary and how to use it. Okay, it could get a little twee. I remember a sentence instructing us in the meaning of expatriate, not the expatriate or expatriate, but expatriate. I'm not sure that lesson was necessary, but those exercises did leave me with a sense of language as a great buzzing menagerie of words, many of which I didn't yet know. I was excited about learning them. But my girls, now in 4th and 7th grade at solid schools, tell me that they have never been instructed in anything like old language arts. Instead, they are taught more general things such as how to structure a paragraph along with instruction to write expressively. I have nothing but respect for their teachers, but the modern curriculums they are given to work from do not convey the sense that English, and by extension all language, is a marvel. I worry that my children will be left with the assumption, natural but unaware, that language is just words strung together. To think that this is to lose out on wonder and on great stories too. Every word has one like every creature and every nation, and not just the Latinate ones like expatiate. A random example, the word business. It came to my mind not long ago when watching an antique musical talkie of 1929. I don't recommend so long Letty unless you share my unhealthy fascination with the cultural detritus of the distant past. But in one song, the protagonist sings about a business yet used the word in an entirely different way that reminded me how many stories the word has to tell. Here goes. Business started with busy, and the first mystery about the busy is why it's spelled that way. We are so used to seeing it that we may not notice how weird it is. You would think the word would be pronounced BC or boozy. In fact, it was in Old English, with the tight oo sound that French now has in words like the loon for moon. An oo sound can drift into an e or an I once knew something from suburban New Jersey who pronounced the shoes with so little oo-ness that the Martian transcriber might think that my friend was saying something more like siege. It actually sounded quite normal. That's how you get from bougie to busy. So how do we get business? Once upon a time, the word really didn't mean busyness, the state of being busy, in the way that happiness is the state of being happy. A Scottish poem called The King's Book from around 1400 describe the little squirrel full of business. There was even an opposite word to the business. Today, however, you don't really think of this word as meaning a state of being busy. That is partly because we pronounce it not busyness, but the business. Unmoored from that audible connection, its meaning has been free to drift its own way, although if you squint, you can sense the original meaning in a sentence like the knock off that stranger sings, business and get to work.